Hi, this is part 6 of the chapter, the biological classification, and in this video, we'll be discussing about the third kingdom of Whitaker's classification, that is kingdom fungi. So let's put the heading first. Kingdom fungi. The another name given to this kingdom is mycota. So अगर आपको mycota word किसी question में मिल जाए, it means they are talking about what? They are talking about the kingdom fungi. These fungi are placed in Eumycotina, and these are the true fungi. Next point, this word fungi comes from a Latin word which means mushroom, and this kingdom includes all the heterotrophic organisms with cell wall. जितने भी organisms ऐसे हैं जो दूसरों पे डिपेंड करते हैं फूड के लिए और उनके पास में सेल वॉल भी है, उन्हें किसमें रखा गया है? फंगाई में. एंड ऑल दीज आर यूकैरियोट्स. इन सभी में कैसे सेल्स हैं? यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स हैं. सो हेटेरोट्रॉफिक heterotrophs with cell wall मीन सेल वॉल भी है और फूड के लिए दूसरों पे भी डिपेंड करते हैं. ऐसे सभी यूकैरियोटिक ऑर्गेनिजम्स को हमने किंगडम फंगाई में प्लेस किया. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, द टर्म फंगाई. ये जो नेम है फंगाई, किसने दिया है? ये नेम दिया है टर्म फंगाई बाय गेस्पार्ड एंड बाउहेन. गेस्पार्ड एंड बाउहेन. Next point, the study of fungi is known as mycology, and the father of mycology is Micheli. So father is Micheli, or his name should start with a capital letter. So Micheli. But now in the case of modern mycology, the father is Anton D. Barry. The credit as the father of modern mycology and plant pathology goes to Anton D. Barry. So let's write the next point. Father of modern mycology and plant pathology means those pathogens, infectious agents which attack plants. They are the study of those pathogens and the diseases caused by them is known as plant pathology. प्लांट्स को होने वाली डिजीज, उनको कॉज करने वाले ऑर्गेनिजम्स की स्टडी हम किसमें करते हैं? प्लांट पैथोलॉजी में. एंड हु इज द फादर? एंटोन डी बैरी. Anton D. Barry. Now, next point is regarding the structure of the fungi. So these fungi are all filamentous except the yeast. Almost all the fungi are filamentous structure, means they'll be in a long thread-like structures or a group of thread also possible. But exception is yeast, which is a unicellular fungi. Now, why if it is a unicellular placed in fungi? So because its life cycle, its characters are similar to fungi, we have placed the yeast or we study yeast in the kingdom fungi. ईस्ट जो है वो एक सिंगल सेल का ऑर्गेनिज्म है, पर हमने उसे प्रोटिस्टा में ना रख के फंगाई में इसलिए रखा है बिकॉज ईस्ट की लाइफ साइकिल फंगाई के सिमिलर है, प्रोटिस्टा मेंबर्स के नहीं. So next point is all are filamentous. All are filamentous. Except, what is the exception? Yeast. Except yeast. Now, these yeasts are unicellular organisms. These unicellular organisms form pseudomycelium, a false mycelium by budding. So we'll just write in brackets near yeast, form pseudomycelium. Pseudomycelium means false mycelium by budding. मीन्स ईस्ट होता सिंगल सेल्यूलर है, लेकिन ये एक फॉल्स माइसिलियम बना लेगा बडिंग, कंटिन्यूअस बडिंग कर करके कि सेल्स, डॉटर सेल्स सेपरेट नहीं होंगी, वो कंटिन्यूअसली थ्रेड लाइक स्ट्रक्चर में कन्वर्ट होती जाएंगी, अटैच रहेंगी पेरेंट बॉडी से. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, they are either parasitic or free living. या तो वो दूसरे ऑर्गेनिजम्स पे सरवाइव करते हैं या फिर वो फ्री लिविंग है, दोनों में से कुछ भी हो सकता है, पैरासिटिक और फ्री लिविंग. जरूरी नहीं है हर एक फंगस गंदा हो, हर एक फंगस हार्मफुल हो. लिविंग, कुछ फ्री लिविंग भी होते हैं जो हमें बेनिफिट्स देते हैं, हमारे लिए हार्मफुल नहीं है. दे आर एक्लोरोफिलस. जो फंगाई है उनमें सेल वॉल प्रेजेंट है, बट ये क्या है, एक्लोरोफिलस, और इसी के कारण दे आर नॉन फोटोसिंथेटिक. Achlorophyllus means chlorophyll absent, no chloroplast is there, no chlorophyll is there for photosynthesis in the members of fungi. Now next is, on the basis of food source, we have two types of nutrition. So the fungi can be either saprophytic, or they can be parasitic. Clear? Either they will survive on dead decaying matter, that is saprophytes, or they will live on the living organisms and get the benefits from those living organisms. Apart from this, some of the fungi are known to have symbiotic associations. Symbiosis, एक ऐसा relation where both the individuals are benefited. मीन्स फंगाई और जिसके साथ फंगाई रह रहा है, दोनों को बेनिफिट्स मिलेंगे. ऐसे इंटरेक्शन को हम क्या बोलते हैं, symbiosis. And we have two examples. First one is lichens and second जो है वो है mycorrhiza. We'll study the lichens and mycorrhiza separately in the next video. Lichens means algae and fungi. Mycorrhiza means fungi and the roots of higher plants. That's all I'll be telling here right now. Discussing about them in detail we'll do in the next video. Let's focus on fungi, and we have one important point. A person's name is there that I'll be writing here near the father of mycology. So we have the name Professor K.C. Mehta. There are many Indian scientists who worked on mycology. कई Indian scientists ने mycology या fungi पे work किया, but जो नाम हमारे लिए important है वो क्या है, प्रोफेसर K.C. मेहता का. प्रोफेसर K.C. मेहता ने किसके ऊपर स्टडी की थी, इन्होंने एक फंगस के ऊपर स्टडी की थी, दैट इज पक्सीनिया, और इसकी कंप्लीट लाइफ साइकिल को उन्होंने स्टडी करके डिस्क्राइब किया था. पक्सीनिया जो है वो वीट रस्ट कॉज करता है, और इसके कुछ और डिटेल्स रिक्वायर्ड हैं, दैट विल बी डिस्कसिंग लेटर about the Paccinia. But remember the name Professor K.C. Mehta, who studied and gave the life cycle of the fungus Paccinia, which causes wheat rust, the kind of disease in the wheat plant. Next we have is the structure of fungus. So these fungus are haploids, means they have single set of genome in every cell, which we represent by N. And coming to the body of the fungus, the body of the fungus is not differentiated. It is not differentiated or undifferentiated, and hence known as thalloid or thallus type, thalloid body. Just like higher plants having leaves, roots, stems, branches, फंगस में ऐसी कोई भी डिफरेंशिएशन नहीं हो रहा है बॉडी के अंदर, so we call it as a thalloid body. Next is the term hypha. Remember, terms are important. Hypha. So अगर मैं एक सिंगल फिलामेंट फंगस का ड्रॉ करूं तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? हाइफा. Individual filament. Individual filament. Now, if I draw a number of filaments of the fungi present together, forming a single fungal body, then this is known as mycelium. When a number of hypha or filaments interact together to form a fungal body, we call it as mycelium. So filaments together, what do they form? Together form mycelium. This mycelium is known as fungal body. A single filament will never be usually present in any place, fungal body. So remember, when we are talking about the hypha, when we are talking about the mycelium, so keep the points in mind. Next is regarding the cell wall. So cell wall एक बहुत ही important point है for classification. तो हम हर एक kingdom के जब discussions करते हैं structure के बारे में, so we do put focus on cell wall also. So fungus में cell wall present है, and cell wall is made up of chitin. This chitin is also known as fungal cellulose. It is also known as fungal cellulose. Reason plants में cell wall किससे बनी हुई है? Cellulose से, तो इसीलिए इस chitin को नाम दिया है fungal cellulose, because fungus की cell wall chitin से बनी हुई है. Then we have some more points regarding the chitin. So this chitin is a polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine. जब बहुत सारे N-acetyl glucosamine molecules जुड़ते हैं तो किसका फॉर्मेशन करते हैं? chitin का फॉर्मेशन करते हैं. So let's write the point. Polymer of N-acetyl glucosamine. Now, अब यहाँ पे हम किस किस चैप्टर्स के बारे में काम कर रहे हैं? यहाँ हम बायोमोलिक्यूल्स चैप्टर के ऊपर भी वर्क कर रहे हैं, राइट? सो N-acetyl glucosamine together forms the chitin. These are the modified glucose and also found in arthropods. जब हम plant animal kingdom पढ़ेंगे, when we'll see the animal kingdom, we'll see that the arthropods have chitin present on them, and this is the same chitin which is found in the fungus. Next point, this chitin is second most abundant substance on the earth. Remember, the first one is cellulose. Next, exceptionally, some members of fungus are there which have the cell wall made up of cellulose. So we'll write the exception with different color, and I have chosen red color. So I'll write the complete statement. Exceptionally what? Exceptionally, members of oomycetes. Members of oomycetes. ये एक ग्रुप है इस किंगडम फंगाई का. जब हम क्लासिफिकेशन देखेंगे, we'll also see these oomycetes have cellulosic cell wall. Cellulosic cell wall. Okay, now This is all about the structure of the fungi. And next we have the point that is stored food. So this is another important point, and that is stored food. Fungi store food in the form of glycogen and oil. Glycogen and oil. In this form, they store their food. Next, we have two terms with us. Number one is Aprosorium. If you find this term, hope you won't get confused and worried too. So this is the terminal swollen structure for attachment and penetration. जो फंगस होती है उसके फिलामेंट्स का जो एंड पार्ट है, टर्मिनल पार्ट है, वो क्या हो जाता है, फूल जाता है, स्वेल हो जाता है. किसके लिए? ताकि वो एक सबस्ट्रेट या एक सरफेस होस्ट पे अटैच हो सके, उसको पेनिट्रेट कर सके. To penetrate the surface or the host surface, they have the swollen structure which is known as Aprosorium. तो हम Aprosorium की definition कुछ इस टाइप से लिखेंगे. Terminal swollen structure. The main point is regarding their function for attachment. Attachment means first the fungus will attach on the substrate or the host body, and then they will penetrate, means उनके अंदर enter करेंगे, that is known as penetration. Entering the substrate or entering the surface or host, it is known as penetration. Penetration. Clear? Next we have another term, that is Haustoria. Haustoria. And what is this term means? Again, the terminal part of the filament or mycelium is swollen. यहाँ पे भी जो end part है mycelium है filament का, वो swollen है, but this time they have different function. Haustoria जो है उनका function क्या है? Absorption of food. So attachment और penetration के लिए क्या था? Aprosorium. Sorry, it is M not S. And Haustoria का क्या function है? Haustoria का function है absorption of food. So let's correct this spelling here first. Okay. Now, what is the function of Haustoria? These are also terminal swollen structures. Swollen structure for what? For absorption. Absorption of food. Because fungi are saprotrophs or parasitic, they will never ever eat the food. They will absorb the digested food or the nutrients directly. So these are two terms, keep them in mind. And next we have is reproduction, one of another important point for the fungi. So let's put the heading first. Reproduction. And yes, of course, all the methods of reproduction are seen here in the case of fungi. The first one we have got is, let's change the color, and number one is vegetative reproduction. सबसे पहला कौन सा टाइप है? वेजिटेटिव रिप्रोडक्शन. Okay, now different methods are involved in vegetative reproduction, and the first one we have got is fragmentation. सबसे पहला कौन सा है? Fragmentation. In the case of fragmentation, the mycelium will break into, or the filaments will break into pieces, and each piece or segment will develop the new fungal body. फ्रेगमेंटेशन में फिलामेंट्स छोटे छोटे सेगमेंट्स में ब्रेक होगा, और हर एक सेगमेंट क्या करेगा? न्यू फंगल बॉडी का फॉर्मेशन करेगा. नेक्स्ट इज बडिंग. Number 2, budding means parent body जो है, suppose this is one cell and the cell has one nucleus. I'll change the color to show this red colored nucleus. Now this cell will have the formation of a bulged part which we call as bud, like this. A small outgrowth will be there. कुछ extra growth आ जाएगी cell के ऊपर which is known as bud. Sorry. Bud. And we have just one nucleus till now. अब ये जो न्यूक्लियस है ये भी डिवाइड होगा और half of the nucleus means will go into the bud and the remaining half will remain within the cell itself. In the next step, what is happening? So this is the parental cell and this is the bud cell, and now the nucleus is dividing, which looks like bundle shape or dumbbell shape to be more exact. Just like the dumbbells we use for the exercise, हम जो dumbbells weight lifting के लिए use करते हैं, nucleus का shape कुछ उस type का हो जाता है during division. And after this, when the nucleus division is completed, जो bud है वो अभी भी parent cell पे attached रहेगी, but अब parent cell और daughter जो bud है उनके nucleus अलग अलग हो जाएंगे. Now, these are the daughter nuclei और इनका जो genetic constitution है, genetically these are identical, exactly same होते हैं. And when the bud has completed its growth, जब bud ने grow कर लिया है तो फिर ये bud parental cell से separate होके एक अलग cell बना लेगी, and this is the new daughter cell we have got by budding. तो यहाँ पे एक parental cell and this is the daughter cell with its bud or with its nucleus, sorry, not the bud. This is how the budding takes place, and now we have the example. This budding is seen in the case of yeast because yeast is unicellular, and the type of yeast which shows this budding is Saccharomyces. Saccharomyces yeast. Okay, remember the examples. Next, number 3 we have got is fission. Fission means division, right? No doubt. So let's put the name first. Then we'll have the diagrams again. In fission, what happens? A cell will divide into 2 daughter cells. And this is how it looks. This is one cell with a nucleus again marked as red color. The cell will divide into 2 daughter cells. Sorry, the size got different for both of them. The size will be same of both the daughter cells like this, and they both will have their own nucleus. And now the division takes place, and finally what do we get? Finally we get the 2 daughter cells. This is the fission method of vegetative reproduction in fungi. Okay, now bud formation and fission, the last 2 methods, second and third, this one and this one, are seen in only cellular forms or unicellular fungi, that is in case of yeast. Next example of fission is again yeast, but this time the another kind of yeast, that is Schizosaccharomyces. So again the example is yeast, but what type of yeast? Schizosaccharomyces. Okay, we don't have to go into the details of these types of yeast. We'll just need to remember the names of these types of yeast because they are the examples of different type of reproduction. Next we have got is number 2, that is asexual reproduction, writing with the orange color again. Asexual reproduction. Okay, Now, in case of asexual reproduction, we all know that there will be no gametes formation. गैमेट्स तो यहाँ पक्का नहीं बनेंगे. तो अब यहाँ asexual में क्या होने वाला है? Asexual reproduction में spores का formation होता है. These spores are formed by normal division or mitosis division. So what are formed? Spores are formed by mitosis. Normal equational division से इनका formation होता है mitosis. Now we'll see different types of spores formed during asexual reproduction, and I'll choose the color green, and we'll start with the first one, that is sporangiosspores. Sporangiosspores. These sporangiosspores are thin-walled spores. First point, thin-walled means इनकी wall कैसी होगी? बहुत ही पतली होगी, thin होगी. So these are thin-walled. Next, a term is there, sporangiophore. Sporangiophore. And now I'll tell you the meaning of this term. So इस term का मतलब है फंगल फिलामेंट जिसके ऊपर स्पोर्स का फॉर्मेशन होगा. किसके अंदर? स्पोरेंजिया के अंदर. द फंगल फिलामेंट having sporangia in which the spores will be formed. So sporangiophore क्या है? फंगल फिलामेंट है. Keep the link between the terms. हम लोग लिंक बनाते हुए चलेंगे टर्म्स में ताकि कोई कंफ्यूजन ही नहीं होगी. फंगल फिलामेंट on which sporangia are formed, so having sporangia. जिस फंगल फिलामेंट पे ये स्पोरेंजिया बनेंगे उनको हमने स्पोरेंजियोफोर नाम दिया है. नेक्स्ट टर्म जो है अब वो स्पोरेंजिया ले लेते हैं बिकॉज वी ऑल्सो नीड टू नो स्पोरेंजिया क्या होता है. व्हाट इज स्पोरेंजिया? So sporangia are the structures in which the spores are formed. ये जो sporangiospores है ना, these are formed in the sporangia. Sporangia are those structures in which the sporangiospores are formed. So spores are formed. Spores are formed in it. ठीक है? So ये कुछ छोटे छोटे spores हैं. These are small spores and these spores are formed in a structure which is known as sporangia, which I've drawn on this green color by this green color. Now this sporangia is present on a filament which is known as sporangiophore. Clear? So these are the terms we have. These sporangia are formed at a specific place. Sporangia का formation हर कहीं नहीं होता है. These are formed at the tip of the filament. कहाँ पर formation, कहाँ पे ये बनेंगे? ये filaments के tip या topmost part पे बनेंगे, tip पे बनेंगे. So formed at tip of filament. Formed at tip of filament. Okay, now next is the type of formation. So ये जो sporangiosspores हैं ये sporangia के अंदर बन रहे हैं. So the formation is endogenous. Since the sporangiospores are formed within the sporangia, the spores formation is endogenous type. Endogenous spore formation. One of the important point regarding the spores. Okay, so endogenous means जब spores structure के अंदर बन रहे हो, the spores are formed within the reproductive structure or the asexual reproductive structure. Now ये जो sporangiospores हैं ये दो types के हैं, so I'll classify them here itself. These are of two types. First one is zoospores. zoospores, and the second one is aplanospores. Now, on what basis we have classified them? So they have different characters, like zoospores are flagellated and motile. ज़ूस्पोर्स के में जो फ्लैजेलास होते हैं वो प्रेजेंट हैं और ये मोटाइल नेचर के होते हैं एंड ज़ूस्पोर्स आर फाउंड इन aquatic fungi. Another important point, found in aquatic fungi. जो पानी वाली फंगाई होती हैं उनमें ये ज़ूस्पोर्स मिलते हैं. नेक्स्ट इज एप्लानोस्पोर्स, और एप्लानोस्पोर्स नॉन फ्लैजेलेटेड होते हैं, मींस फ्लैजेला नहीं होते हैं इनके अंदर. नॉन फ्लैजेलेटेड एंड नॉन मोटाइल, मींस दे कैन नॉट मूव फ्रॉम वन प्लेस टू अनदर. और ये स्पोर्स हमें किसमें देखने को मिलते हैं? एग्जाम्पल्स हैं राइजोपस एंड म्यूकर. एग्जाम्पल्स इंपॉर्टेंट है, सो कीप लर्निंग देम. एनसीईआरटी का तो हर एक पॉइंट, हर एक एग्जाम्पल इंपॉर्टेंट है. ईच एंड एवरी एग्जाम्पल, लाइन, पॉइंट ऑफ एनसीईआरटी इज 100% important. Mucor. So this is all about the first type of spore we have during asexual reproduction in fungi. Next is number 2, second type of spore, that is B. Conidia. Conidia are the spores which are not formed in the sporangium. ये किसी पर्टिकुलर स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर फॉर्म नहीं होते हैं, ये फ्रीली ब्रांचेस के ऊपर फॉर्म हो जाते हैं, that are known as conidiophore. So let's write the points for Conidia. Not formed in sporangium, not formed in sporangium. सेकेंड पॉइंट, ये कहां बनेंगे? These are formed on branches freely. Branches known as conidiophores formed freely on branches of mycelium. And what do we call the branches? We call them as conidiophore. Okay. Now next point here, because ये कोनिडिया और ये जो स्पोर्स हैं ये फ्रीली फॉर्म हो रहे हैं, किसी स्ट्रक्चर के अंदर फॉर्मेशन नहीं है, इनका एक्सोजीनस फॉर्मेशन है. एक्सोजीनस spore formation, because the spores are formed freely on the branches without any structure required for the formation. Next is these conidia are non-motile. They cannot move from one place to another. It means they do not have flagella. And for example, we have penicillium. Penicillium. Next we have is type C of the spores, that is Oidea. Oidea. This Oidea is also known as torula stage, and here what happens, the thallus will break into cells and each cell will form the oidium, means each and every cell will form the spores seen in the case of rhizopus. Example is rhizopus. यहाँ क्या होगा, यहाँ पे जो थैलस है फंगस का वो कंपोनेंट सेल्स मींस इंडिविजुअल सेल्स में टूट जाएगा और फिर हर एक सेल एक एक स्पोर बनाएगा. नेक्स्ट इज टाइप डी, दैट इज क्लेमाइडोस्पोर. Chlamydospore. These chlamydospores are formed during unfavorable conditions. During unfavorable conditions, and they have thick wall. अब क्लेमाइडोस्पोर्स की वॉल कैसी है? थिक है, मोटी है. So thick walled spores. Thick walled spores. For example, we have Rhizopus. Example, Rhizopus. And another one is Astrilago. So these are the different spores formed during the asexual reproduction. And now we have the third method of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. Number 3, sexual reproduction. Do learn the names of the spores and how they are formed. Now, sexual reproduction also involves the formation of particular types of reproductive structures or the spores which are known as oospores. Now, these are sexual spores, okay? Then ascospores. And the last one is basidiospores. Different members of the fungi have different types of the sexual spores. The structure which forms the gametes is known as gametangia. Gametangia वो structure है जो कि gametes का formation करता है. Now, the compatible nucleus means वो nucleus जो एक दूसरे के साथ में fuse हो सकते हैं, वो एक specific behavior show करते हैं जिसके कारण हमें 3 mycelial phases देखने को मिलती है. We get to see 3 mycelial phases when the two compatible nuclei interact with each other and show a specific behavior. So the 3 events we have got is, let's put the heading first, 3 events. First one is plasmogamy. Plasmogamy means what will happen? Here the fusion of protoplast will occur. The two cells of the gametes or two gametes will fuse and the process will be known as plasmogamy. So let me write in bracket fusion of protoplast. This fusion of protoplast leads to the first mycelial phase. प्रोटोप्लास्ट के फ्यूजन से जो फर्स्ट माइसीलियल फेज बनती है, that is known as dikaryotic phase. Dikaryotic phase. Two cells are there, or two gametes are there with the nucleus present in them. When these two cells will fuse by the process plasmogamy, then in a single cell, two nuclei will be there, and this phase of the mycelium is known as dikaryotic phase of mycelium. This is first phase of mycelium. Now, after this plasmogamy, the nuclei will now fuse with each other. So number 2 we have is karyogamy. Karyogamy means now fusion of nuclei. अब न्यूक्लियस जो दो न्यूक्लियस हैं उनमें फ्यूजन होगा, fusion of nuclei, and this leads to the formation of second phase of mycelium that is known as diplophase. Diplophase of mycelium. Now, अब यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है, ये जो सेल है इसके दोनों न्यूक्लियाई फ्यूज होके एक डिप्लॉइड न्यूक्लियाई का फॉर्मेशन कर रहे हैं. This stage or this phase is known as diplophase of mycelium formed by karyokinesis. अब इस डिप्लॉइड फेज में क्या हो जाएगा, ये थी डाइकैरियोटिक फेज और ये है डिप्लॉइड फेज or diplophase. Now, is diplophase, in this diplophase, what will happen? The third step, that is meiosis, will occur, the reductional division. And by this meiosis or reduction division, The third phase of the mycelium will be formed, that is haplophase. Haplophase means haploid mycelium will be formed after this reductional division. So this diploid cell will go for meiotic division or reductional division and will form 4 haploid cells. These 4 haploid cells will form the haploid fungi mycelium. Clear? So these black steps are written in the black are the steps or the events happening during the sexual reproduction, and the phases of the mycelium are represented by the red color: dikaryotic phase, diplophase, and haplophase. Now here we have one term, that is syncaryon. If you see or if you get a term as syncaryon, what does it mean? Syncaryon means fusion of nuclei within a cell. Okay, so this is all about the stages and events during the sexual reproduction. Next we have is methods of plasmogamy. In what methods the protoplast of different fungal cells can fuse? So we have different methods of plasmogamy. First one is planogametic copulation. Planogametic copulation, also known as gametic fusion. Gametic fusion. Now, in this methods of plasmogamy, please pay proper attention because I'll not be writing all the points. I'll just write the main points and rest you have to hear carefully and understand them. So in this planogametic copulation, whole mycelium acts as a sex cell. जो पूरा mycelium है वो sex organ बन जाता है, gametangia बन जाता है, and each nucleus of the gametangia will behave like gametes. Gametangia rupture होंगे और gametes को release कर देंगे. Different gametes will fuse to form the zygote, and the zygote formation will be followed by meiosis to form the haploid zygotes. So यहाँ किसका formation हो रहा है? Whole mycelium किसमें convert हो रहा है? Sex cell या gametangia में, and each nucleus of gametangia is a single gamete. Each nucleus of gametangia ये किसकी तरह बिहेव करेगा? गैमेट्स की तरह, और फिर गैमेट्स में फ्यूजन होगा, जाइगोट फॉर्मेशन होगा, फिर उसमें मियोसिस होगा और हैप्लॉइड स्पोर्स का फॉर्मेशन होगा. सेकेंड टाइप ऑफ प्लाज्मोगेमी इज gametangial contact. Gametangial contact. Here two different myceliums will be there, means male sex organs and female sex organs. Different mycelia में बनेंगे. Male one is known as antheridium, and female is known as oogonium. एंथीरिडियम जो है वो एक फर्टिलाइजिंग ट्यूब बनाएगा. Fertilizing tube will be formed by antheridium, that is male reproductive structure. This is also known as conjugation tube. Conjugation tube. Clear? Now, next point is the diploid zygote is known as oospore. oospore जो है वो क्या है? Diploid zygote. Next is gametangial copulation, number 3. Gametangial copulation. एंड इन दिस टाइप ऑफ रिप्रोडक्शन गैमेटेंजिया अलग अलग माइसीलियम में बनेंगे एंड हर एक गैमेटेंजिया कैसे बनेगा, एपिकल पार्ट के स्वेल होने पर, और डिप्लॉइड जाइगोट को नाम दिया गया है जाइगोस्पोर. सो apical part swells to form gametangia. Apical part swells to form gametangia, and diploid zygote is known as zygospore. Okay, next is number 4, that is somatogamy. Somatogamy is seen in the case of higher true fungi, and here no gametes are formed. यहाँ पे gametes formation नहीं है. Directly जो somatic cells हैं वो फ्यूज होकर डाइकैरियोफेज का फॉर्मेशन करती हैं. ये जो सोमैटिक सेल्स होंगी ये दो अपोजिट स्ट्रेन से आती हैं. सो नो गैमेट्स फॉर्मेशन. गैमेट्स फॉर्मेशन क्या हो रहा है, अपोजिट स्ट्रेन के हाइफल सेल्स जो हैं, द सोमैटिक और वेजिटेटिव हाइफल सेल्स, वो क्या बना रही हैं, डाइकैरियोफेज. And number 5 is, so let's write this point first so that you can remember. Fusion of somatic hyphal cells. अलग अलग स्ट्रेन्स की ये होंगी hyphal cells to form dikaryophase. And number 5 जो है वो है spermatization. Number 5, spermatization. Here the spermatia or spermatiophores are formed, which will develop the non-motile male gametes, and the escogonium will be formed, which will have the female gametangium, and this will have a long neck which is known as trichogyne. The male or spermatia will reach to the escogonium and will release the male gametes in the trichogyne. So some terms you need to remember. That's it for the spermatization. That is spermatia, also known as spermatiophores. These are non-motile male gametes formed in the spermatogonia or pycnidia, and escogonium is there, the female gametangium. This escogonium is female gametangium. It has a long neck which is known as trichogyne. So these are the different methods of plasmogamy, and now we have two terms with us which we need to know. First one is homothalism. Homothalism means वो phenomenon जिस या वो फंगल स्पीशीज जिनमें सेक्सुअल यूनियन या सेम स्पीशीज में सेक्सुअल यूनियन पॉसिबल है. सो होमोथैलिज्म इज अ phenomenon shown by species in which sexual union is possible between two hyphae of same mycelium. Phenomenon shown by species in which sexual union is possible between two hyphae of same mycelium. जब एक ही माइसीलियम की सेल्स में या दो हाइफे में सेक्सुअल यूनियन या प्लाज्मोगेमी पॉसिबल होगा तो उनको हम क्या बोलेंगे, होमोथैलिज्म. These species are self-fertile. They are self-fertile. Okay, then we have the term that is heterothelism. हेटेरोथैलिज्म वो फिनोमिनन है जो कि स्पीशीज जो हैं उनमें डिफरेंट डिफरेंट माइसीलियम के हाइफीज में सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन होगा. तो phenomenon shown by species in which sexual union is possible. Sexual union means plasmogamy. Union is possible between two hyphae of different mycelium. Between two hyphae of different mycelium. And here these heterothelism are self-sterile. Means वो same mycelium में fertility show नहीं करेगा. They are self-sterile. Clear? So these are the two terms you need to keep in mind. And now we have the last important thing, which is also a huge topic, that is classification of fungi and discussion about the different members of this classification. So let's put the heading classification. This classification of fungus is done on the basis of few important characters, that is on the basis of number one, morphology of the mycelium. mycelium की morphology, उसका structure कैसा है, उसके ऊपर classification दिया है. Means उस basis पे morphology of mycelium. And जो second reason है या character है classification का, वो है mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies. Mode of spore formation and fruiting bodies. So इस basis, in important दो characters के basis पे fungi को 4 categories में place किया है. Number one is Phycomycetes. Phycomycetes को further 2 groups में divide किया है, that is Oomycetes and Zygomycetes. Oomycetes, ये classification दूसरे characters पे based है. Oomycetes and Zygomycetes. Then the second group we have is after Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes. Number 3 is Basidiomycetes. And number 4 is Deuteromycetes. Each group have their own important examples, important characters, which we'll be discussing continuously with the groups itself. So let's start with the first group, that is Phycomycetes. So we'll put the heading. Phycomycetes. These fungi are known as lower fungi, the most primitive ones. And now the type of mycelium, which is the main basis of classification. So they have aseptate, means septa are absent in the mycelium, and cenocytic mycelium, aseptate and cenocytic mycelium. Multinucleated mycelium without septa. Cenocytic means the continuous tubes filled with multinucleated cytoplasm, and these are obligate parasites on plants. Certain members of Phycomycetes, इसके कुछ members obligate parasites हैं plants पे. So some are obligate parasites on plants. Now इन्हें दो टाइप में डिवाइड किया है. फर्स्ट जो है वो क्या था हमारे पास में, oomacetes. oomacetes के कैरेक्टर्स हम देखेंगे. oomacetes is also known as algal fungi. Reason I have already told you. oomacetes cell wall is made up of, cell wall किससे बनी हुई है, सेल्यूलोज से. तो इसको algal fungi भी बोला जाता है. Along with cellulose, it also has glucose. Now, asexual reproduction zoospores और conidia से होगा. So zoospores, conidia, इनकी हेल्प से कैसा रिप्रोडक्शन देखने को मिल रहा है, asexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction takes place by gametangial contact. Gametangial contact जहाँ पे ट्यूब बन रही थी, conjugation tube, where conjugation tube was formed, gametangial contact and planogametic copulation. Contact. And what is the another method? Planogametic copulation. Both are possible. Copulation. Now, next point is the type of plasmogamy is oogamous type. Means female gamete is very large and non-motile, and male gamete is small and motile. Oospore is formed here in the oomacetes. Oospore. The sexual spore formed here is oospore. Now we have important examples of oomacetes. Number one is Albugo candida. Albugo candida. The C should be small. Albugo candida, also known as, or also given another name as Cystopus. Cystopus candidus. Okay, so this is the first member of oomacetes and it causes white rust. I'll write the characters of these examples with red color to highlight them. White rust disease in members of Crucifery family. White rust disease in members of Crucifery family. It causes this rust in the mustard leaves. White spots on mustard leaves is caused by Albugo candida, one of the important characteristic point. I'll write with the star mark. White spots or white rust on mustard leaves. Albugo candida or Cystopus candidus, you will get one out of these two names in the options for this disease. Number two, as an example, is Phytophthora infestans. One of the another important example, Phytophthora infestans. This I'll mark with the green color, and this is also known as late blight of potato. Late blight of potato. Remember, the diseases caused by them. Late blight of potato is caused by this fungi, and it caused a famine in Ireland known as Famine of Ireland in 1845. It caused famine in Ireland. So this fungus is also known as Famine of Ireland. Cause in which year? 1845. Important points, do learn them. Next example is Sclerospora graminicola, number 3. Sclerospora graminicola. And this causes green ear disease of bajra. The disease caused by this fungus is green ear disease of bajra. Sorry, it looked quite messy. Green ear disease of bajra. Next, number 4 example is the last one, Pythium. Pythium species causes a disease named as damping of seedlings. Damping of seedlings. So just remember the names of the diseases caused by these fungal examples of the oomycetes. And next we have is zygomycetes with us, which is also known as conjugation fungi. So number 2, it was zygomycetes. Also known as conjugation fungi. Conjugation fungi. Okay, now these are saprotrophs. These fungi are saprotrophs. And asexual reproduction takes place by aplanospores, the non-motile spores. And sexual reproduction takes place by gametangial copulation. Gametangial copulation. Then here the isogamy is seen, means the male and female gametes are same morphologically and physiologically. Now we have the type of zygote, that is zygospore is formed in the zygomycetes. Zygospore formation is there, and in case of examples we have number 1, Rhizopus and Mucor. They cause bread mold. ब्रेड पे हम जो ब्लैक स्पोर्स देखते हैं when it get destroyed, और जब वो खराब हो जाती है, तो that is because of this fungus only, Rhizopus and Mucor, bread mold. And next example is Pilobolus. Pilobolus is also known as fungal shotgun. Fungal shotgun. It is a coprophilous fungi. Coprophilous fungi means dung loving fungi. जो dung पे रहती है, गोबर पे जो fungi रहती है, उसको हम coprophilous fungi बोलते हैं. It is a coprophilous fungi. Clear? Then we have the second group of the kingdom fungi, that is Ascomycetes. Ascomycetes are saprophytes, decomposers, parasitic or coprophilous. ये कुछ भी हो सकती हैं. They can be saprophytic. They can be decomposers. They can be parasitic. Or they can be coprophilous. Okay, Ascomycetes को एक common name दिया हुआ है, that is sac fungi because of their structure. And mycelium जो है यहाँ पे uninucleate और septate है, means septa present होगा, septate and uninucleate means हर एक सेल के अंदर एक न्यूक्लियस प्रेजेंट होगा. Now septa जो है means this is one mycelium, one filament or one hypha. अब इसमें ये एक सेप्टा है, ये दूसरा सेप्टा है, तो ऐसे सेप्टा प्रेजेंट होंगे. These are the septa, these structures. Now these septa have minute pores present in them, which does not allow nucleus to pass. So the septa are pored septa. छोटे छोटे छेद होंगे सेप्टा में, बट इन छेद से क्या नहीं निकल सकता है, न्यूक्लियस पास नहीं हो सकता है. डज नॉट अलाउ nucleus to pass. nucleus to pass. Okay, now next point is regarding their asexual reproduction. So asexual reproduction किससे होता है? Asexual reproduction इसमें हो रहा है by the help of conidia, जो कि conidiophores पे present है या formation हो रहा है exogenous. So conidia are the spores formed by asexual reproduction, and these are formed exogenously. I'm not repeating the points here. I'm not writing the points here repeatedly because I've already explained how the conidias are formed. If we talk about sexual reproduction, then it takes place by somatogamy. And in case of somatogamy, the ascospores are formed endogenously. Here, what are formed? Ascospores. Ascospores are formed endogenously. Now, I already explained what is the meaning of endogenous and exogenous. Usually, 8 ascospores are formed, but कम से कम कितने बनेंगे? 4. Minimum 4 ascospores formed, but generally 8. Okay, this is one important point. Next, mycelium grows around the ascus, forming ascocarp or fruiting body. So now I'll show you this complete life cycle of Ascomycetes. So here 2 hyphae are there, and these are the cells. These cells will now come in contact, or these hyphae will now come in contact with each other like this. Now occurs the first step of sexual reproduction, that is plasmogamy. And by plasmogamy, the cells will fuse and the dikaryon stage will be formed. So this is where the 2 nuclei are present. Dikaryon. I'll write the word dikaryon here. Now, in this dikaryon cell, bulged part will be there. So it will look like this. This is known as ascogenous hypha. Ascogenous hypha. Now, in this ascogenous hypha, the 2 nuclei will enter and it will now known as ascus, or it will form the ascus. So the 2 nuclei are here and they will form the ascus. Clear? These are the walls, and the side nuclei are present as it is. Now comes this next second step, that is karyogamy. Karyogamy means fusion of nucleus will be there, right? So it takes place within the ascus itself. Fusion of nuclei will take place within the ascus, and I'm just marking it with a large size nucleus like this. And this is a diploid nucleus. Now, in this diploid nucleus, meiosis will take place, the third step of sexual reproduction. Meiosis will lead to the formation of haploid spores, which are called as ascospores. So by one meiotic division, we get 4 spores like this. These are what? These are ascospores formed in ascus. This is ascus, and the side nuclei present as it is. Now, this mycelium will just round around the ascus and it will form this structure like this. The remaining mycelium will coil around the ascus and will form the fruiting body known as ascocarp. This is the fruiting body which is named as ascocarp. right? And here, how many spores we have? Normally 8 and minimum 4. If 8 is found, means these 4 spores will have one mitotic division and one will form 2. So if total 4 spores are there, by mitosis division we get 8 ascospores, and this fruiting body, when it breaks and will release the ascospores in the air, ascospores. These ascospores after germination will form the new fungal body. So this is the complete life cycle of the Ascomycetes members, the complete sexual reproduction we need to know. Remember how these ascospores are formed. Next we have as examples. Examples, number 1 is Penicillium. Penicillium, then we have the next example, that is Aspergillus. Number 2. Then we have the next example, that is Claviceps purpurea. Number 3. Number 4 is Neurospora. Okay. Before writing the other examples, let me first tell you some important points about these examples. So Penicillium notatum. This was the fungi from which the first antibiotic penicillin was discovered. What was the name of the antibiotic? Penicillin was obtained, and nowadays in place of Penicillium notatum, which penicillium is used? Penicillium chrysogenum. Okay, then Aspergillus niger. It is used to produce citric acid. Then Claviceps purpurea, it causes ergot disease of bajra. Ergot disease of bajra. And from it we get ergotin drug. And it produces one narcotic drug which is known as LSD. Produces a narcotic drug, that is LSD, lysergic acid diethylamide. Next is Neurospora. It is also known as pink mold, and it used to be known as Drosophila of plant kingdom. Now the Drosophila of plant kingdom is Arabidopsis thaliana. Earlier, Neurospora was considered as Drosophila of plant kingdom. Now, what is known as Drosophila of plant kingdom? Arabidopsis thaliana. Another examples of this group we have is Erysiphe, number 5. Erysiphe causes powdery mildew on plants. Powdery mildew on plants. And other examples are also there, like Morchella, number 6. Morchella, morels, buffles. These are edible fungi. Apart from this, Trichophyton and Microsporum, which we see in the disease chapter of 12th session, these are also included in this group. Then we have the Gibberella fugicuroi, which caused the foolish seedling disease of the rice, and from which gibberellic acid is obtained, the plant hormone. That is also included in this group. Then we have this Schizosaccharomyces or yeast. So yeast is also placed in this category itself, and they form pseudomycelium by continuous division, as I told you already. And now we have the next group, that is Basidiomycetes. Basidiomycetes are also known as club fungi. The mycelium is uninucleate or binucleate, means either one nuclei or two nuclei will be present in the cell. So the uninucleate or binucleate mycelium with septa. Septa are also present. Clear? Next, they have dolypore septum with big spores. So the type of septa present here is dolypore type, dolypore septum, and here the spore size is large. So the nucleus can travel from one cell to another with big pores. With big pore. The septa look like this. This forms the one dolypore septum. This is one dolypore septum, and the pores are inner large so that the nucleus can travel from one to another. Then they have the clamp connection present in them. Clamp connection helps during the sexual reproduction to form the dikaryotic stage or the double nucleus stage. Next, these are the best decomposers of wood, and asexual reproduction is rare. Asexual reproduction. And what did I tell? They are best decomposers of wood. Decomposers of wood. Vegetative reproduction is done by the help of fragmentation. For vegetative reproduction, and sexual reproduction takes place by either somatogamy or spermatization. Then the production of basidiospores is exogenous. Exogenous production of basidiospores. Important point. And here the dikaryotic stage gives rise to basidium. Now we'll see the life cycle as we saw for the Ascomycetes. So again we have the two hyphae present, and these two hyphae, the tips will come in contact with each other. When the tips will come in contact with each other, then what will happen? Plasmogamy will occur. And by plasmogamy, we get the dikaryon stage. This is dikaryon stage. Now, here the clamp connection will be formed and the nuclei will be transferred from one cell to another. So, I'll draw the clamp connection first. And here we have this clamp connection with us. Okay, so this is the clamp connections. As you can see, this is clamp connection. And now the nuclei will be transferred, or the daughter nuclei will transfer from one cell to another through this clamp connection. And the structures formed will be the dikaryotic stages. So each cell will get two nuclei like this. Dikaryotic mycelium will be formed. Okay, now here in this dikaryotic mycelium, karyogamy will take place, means fusion of nuclei, and by karyogamy, diploid nucleus will be produced. So these are the diploid nuclei, and here the basidium formation takes place. This structure is known as basidium, and now meiosis will occur and we get basidiospores formed on the basidium, surface of the basidium. This is basidium, and the basidiospores will be formed here on the surface like this. These red color structures are basidiospores. Now, these basidiospores will get released and they will germinate into new mycelium or new fungal body. Sorry, it got sand. Okay. Germination. Clear? So this is all about the life cycle where the basidiocarps will have basidium in which the basidiospores will be formed. Now we have certain examples important for us. The most important one is number one, Puccinia. Puccinia is a heteroecious fungi. Heteroecious fungi means fungi which need two hosts to survive. जिनको अपनी लाइफ साइकिल कंप्लीट करने के लिए दो होस्ट की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, उन्हें हम हेटेरोशियस फंगाई बोलते हैं. पक्सीनिया के जो दो होस्ट हैं वो है वीट. वीट इज प्राइमरी होस्ट एंड द सेकेंडरी होस्ट इज बारबेरी. Barberry is the secondary host. Okay. Next, the diseases caused by Puccinia. So Puccinia graminis, these are important, do learn them. Causes black rust, also known as stem rust. Next is Puccinia recondita, also causes the disease known as brown rust or leaf rust. Next is Puccinia striformis, and it causes yellow rust or stripe rust. So this is all about the Puccinia important points. Next example is number 2, bracket or shelf fungi. Bracket or shelf fungi, and they include polyporous and epixylic fungi which lives on wood. Next is puffballs, number 3. Include Clavatia, and this Clavatia produces clavatin drug. Clavatin drug. This drug has anti-cancer properties, so it is used as anti-cancer medicine. Then next example is mushrooms. Mushrooms are included in this Basidiomycetes. So number 4, mushrooms. Most delicious one is Agaricus bisporus. It is most delicious mushroom, and the poisonous mushroom is toadstools. Clear? Sorry, it is stools, not stools. Okay. Next is number 5, that is Astrilago. And it causes loose smut disease of wheat. Loose smut of wheat. The complete name is Astrilago nuda triticale. This is the complete name of the fungi you need to keep in mind. Agaricus, number 6, also known as gill fungi, as it has gill-like structures on its lower part. And now we have the last group of the kingdom fungi, that is the Deuteromycetes. Let's put the heading Deuteromycetes, the fourth group of kingdom fungi. This Deuteromycetes is also known as fungi imperfecti. Fungi imperfecti. The reason they do not have sexual reproduction. In fungi में sexual reproduction नहीं होता है, इसीलिए इन्हें fungi imperfecti कहा गया है. These fungi are also septate and uninucleate. The mycelium is septate and uninucleate, means single nucleus. Next, the asexual spores are conidia, and sexual reproduction is absent. These Deuteromycetes include insect-eating fungi, and examples we have with us which are important. Number 1 is Alternaria solani. Alternaria solani. Sorry, it is single I. This Alternaria solani is known as early blight of potato. So late blight of potato was Phytophthora infestans, and early blight of potato is Alternaria solani. Do not get confused between two. Next, number 2 is Cercospora personata. Cercospora personata, and it causes Ticca disease of groundnut. The name of the fungi and the name of the disease is important, so please learn them. Ticca disease of groundnut. Then we have the example number 3, that is Colletotrichum falcatum. Number 3, Colletotrichum falcatum. And it causes red rot of sugarcane. Red rot of sugarcane. Directly, these examples are involved in the questions. Next is Helminthosporium oryzae. Helminthosporium oryzae, and it causes leaf spot of rice. Leaf spot of rice, and it caused the famine of Bengal in 1945. So remember this point also. Famine of Bengal in the year 1945. And number 5 we have is Trichoderma. Trichoderma is used as biocontrol agent. It is used to control soil-borne diseases, hence termed as biocontrol agent. Clear? So this is all about the Deuteromycetes, but hold on, we still have some points to discuss. One term is there, that is parasexual cycle. So we are done enough with black color. Let's change the color and put the heading parasexual cycle. This term is related with fungi, and parasexual cycle means the plasmogamy, karyogamy and meiosis. The normal sexual reproductive steps will take place, but not in a specified point or not in a specified manner. This parasexual cycle is usually seen where true sexual cycle does not take place. So remember what is this meaning of parasexual cycle and in which organisms it is seen. Next we have is the importance of fungi. So let's see some economic importance of fungi. Let's put the heading economic importance. And among the importance, we'll first talk about the harms of the fungi. Number one, harms means how the fungi can harm us. So it causes crop diseases, and I have given you a list of different crops diseases caused by the fungi. Next is it causes human diseases, and I gave example for that also. The example like Trichophyton species, Microsporum species causes ringworm. Then Aspergillus niger causes aspergillosis. And then we have another members also. So here we need to write one name, that is Aspergillus causes aspergillosis, which is a disease of lungs. Okay. Next is it spoils the food also. ये खाने को भी खराब कर देता है. So spoilage of food. And next is aflatoxins. Certain toxic substances or chemicals are released by fungi which can cause the diseases. These are known as aflatoxins. For example, Aspergillus flavus releases carcinogenic substances. Next is poisonous fungi. Some fungi release poisons also. They are quite poisonous. Okay, next is ergotism. Ergotism is caused by the Clebsiella purpurea, which causes ergot disease of rice. And the next is hallucinogenic drugs. So I'll just draw a line here and write the points here itself. Hallucinogenic drugs are produced, and I gave one example of LSD. Then rotting of wood. Rotting of wood is also done by the fungi. Then allergies are produced by fungi. Fungal allergies are there which are common in humans also. And skin allergies are one of the common allergies formed. Next is the useful aspects or the useful activities of the fungi. So let's put the heading uses. We saw harms, now we'll see uses, and the first category we have is food. So from the ages, we are using fungi for the food production, like the single cell proteins are used. The fungi are important members of SCP, single cell proteins. Remember this point. Next, certain organic acids are being produced by the use of these fungus, like citric acid produced by Aspergillus niger. Then we have is lactic acid produced by Rhizopus. So these all the products we will see in the 12th section, where we'll see the use of microbes. Next function is flavoring of food. To give the taste to the food, these fungi are used, and the best example is we all love a lot, हम सबको बहुत पसंद है, that is cheese. So cheese, different flavors are because of the different fungus used. So flavoring of food, Penicillium roqueforti and Penicillium camemberti, they flavor the cheese and which are very tasteful to us. Next is in the brewing and baking industries. So fungi have great role in brewing and baking industries. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is known as baker's yeast and brewer's yeast. Saccharomyces cerevisiae is an example of yeast, and it is known as baker's yeast or brewer's yeast. Next is antibiotics. The first antibiotic we got was from Penicillium notatum, and the name was penicillin. After that, a number of other antibiotics are also obtained. Apart from antibiotics, we get other chemicals also from the fungi like gibberellic acid, which is a plant growth regulator. Then we have some vitamins also, like vitamin A, B2, B1, vitamin A, vitamin B2, thiamine, and riboflavin. Then it is also used for biocontrol agent, and I gave you one example as trichoderma. So what we are getting? We are getting vitamins. We are using fungi as biocontrol agents. Example was trichoderma, which is living in the soil. So this is all about the uses of the fungi, and here we are done with this kingdom fungi, and the questions we'll practice in the next video, where we'll be discussing about the lichens, mycorrhiza, virus, viroids, prions. So stay tuned. Please like this video, subscribe the channel if you haven't done it yet, and please share it with your friends.